Yes, be careful of your head. I know it's gorgeous, isn't it? Hello.
I'm just a video, videoing everyone.
Work function, is that right?
Close enough.
Yeah. Close enough, yeah.
Bit of a modern twist with this one. So it was actually fermented in stainless steel for about a year, then transitioned over to 20% new French oak and 80% seasoned French oak for that last year of maturation. So it still has your like smooth, creamy Chardonnay-esque finish, but on the palate a lot more crisp, refreshing. Same with the bubbles, that like green apple, lemon zest, just making it really beautiful for like a summer day like today. Enjoy, guys. And just while you sip, a little story about our winery. So this venue here was purchased in 2019 by our owners Dom and Elise. Prior to that, they actually did a lap of Australia in this combi van here, just kind of showcasing their wine, get their name out there. They did kind of events and pop-ups out of it, and also just a great way to see the country. So these are all vine-led, hand-done drawings, all of our black and white labels by a different artist, Andy McIntyre. So they're really impressive. And then yeah, this is the exact van they were in, and then this is just kind of an homage to that. This one's much larger. This was going around Glasgow in the 70s, and somehow it's made its way all down here. Yeah, beautiful. Enjoy, guys.
That's just because they grow really beautifully and really similarly to their countries of origin. So you can do a lot of money on travel now because you can just come down here, have Spanish Italian wine, and it's really comparable to the countries of origin. This one in particular, it's like light to medium bodied. We like to call it our pizza wine, so it's really great with kind of that saucy pizza, pasta, all of those good Italian foods that we have here. On the palate, it's kind of like a part cherry, blackberry, a little bit of like a leathery undertone to it, but really smooth, velvety, really easy drinking. I like to say it's our dangerous red because you could just sit in the sun for hours just having glass after glass, and then you go to kind of stand up and it's a little bit. But it's really gorgeous. It's a big fan favorite here. Enjoy, guys. Kind of the home of like Shiraz, red wine. 90% of the vines here are actually red wine vines, and then 70% of that is Shiraz. So if you go around to a lot of wineries, chances are you're going to try your fair share of Shirazes. That's what's up next for you guys, and this is actually the first wine that Dom and Elise released back in 2013. Sorry, wind's blowing here in my mouth. So when they were traveling around in that combi van, this is what they had with them, and you can kind of see on the label here, there's this like bunny rabbit shadow puppet. So in order to get into like their events and pop-ups, they would actually get you to show like the secret sign in order to get in, which is that right here. Yeah. Feel free to try and do it. I always say it's two hands, so you can't actually hold a glass of wine and do it at the same time, unfortunately. But I'll start pouring it. You guys can play around and try and do the same thing. So I always joke that's more or less just for the ambiance. I love the view back here as well. You can kind of see the ocean line too if you peek your head out there. So we have 3 plots for our wine. It's all McLaren Vale grapes. They're just not necessarily on the property. So one's actually behind kind of the almond trees and the pasture there, and that's actually where our winery is as well. It's hard to see kind of the vines. You're usually just going to see the almond trees and maybe some of our alpacas and stuff wandering around. But that's actually owned by our winemaker, Walter Clavis. So those are red vines, and then about 10 minutes away in Cellar is another red plot. That's actually owned by Walter's daughter and son-in-law, who are also winemakers, and then another 10 minutes away, a little bit further south, is a bit higher elevation, and that's our white plot, just owned by another really lovely couple. So although they're not on the property, we still have complete control over how the vines are grown, which is where that kind of organic processing comes in. So it's really fun, and you'll notice here a lot of wineries do kind of have those different plots because especially McLaren Vale, the soil differs so much. So even in like within one plot of vines, that first row to that last, it's just the story we're gonna go with because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Are you guys on like a tour then? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys know where you're going next?
The message.
I get on the phone.
Next is
Moly-Duke is a popular one. They have like an award-winning Shiraz, which is called the Foster. Which if you do like a Shiraz with a red wine, that's a really good one. And then if you guys do get any like snacks or anything,
wine menu. We'll go, hang on, 2, 4. So what we'll do, get a little menu, pick whatever wine you want to take home, and you get to take that home. And then, yeah, for food, that's sort your own food, and yeah, deliver it to 66, and we'll go from there. Order at that bar over there. Oh, God, yes, please.
Do you want to order now, or you're just having this chat?
Yes, please, but can we have a menu? Or...
Yeah, do you not have one?
No, thank you.
I'll buy the wine.
Say again?
I'll buy the wine.
So, have fun. Have the wine. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a different town.
lot of people will believe that Australian
Chardonnay kind of ruined Chardonnay for a while. Depends on what side of that sort of argument you're on. But this one keeps that sort of creaminess, that heaviness, and that food sort of pairing ability, but it also brings in that melon, a little bit of sort of citrus there. So instead of sitting really in front of the palate, it does kind of hit a little bit close to the back of the cheeks there. So that melon and eucalyptus, other people get more of the green stone profile from it, and others get that earthy roasted mushroom set. So it does depend on your palate what you get from this one, but it's the one that can go to style of wine. So you can have it before a meal, after a meal, pizza, chips. I know a lot of people that take it down to the beach with them, and it is just sort of that easy to drink.
It looks lighter.
This one is our thermally pressed Grenache. This one is a younger vine Grenache, so you may find it's a little bit almost zestier. It will also have more of that finer, bright berry. It does go quite nice with food, but depending on what level of red wine drinker you are, a lot of people can also drink this one by itself as well. So an older vine Grenache, you may find it's more earthy, more of that mushroom profile to it, whereas a younger vine Grenache tends to be a little bit brighter, more of that, I'd say, tannic, a little bit more bold profile to it as well.
Hey guys, the next tasting stuff.
Sorry, it's the first day on the job.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Missed it.
One more. Probably go with that.
Wow. Let me get a head count. Who's going to Cass?
Where are we going again? Bucket something. I don't know. I didn't even go bucket.
Maybe.
And I'll just make you maybe well.
Wait, where am I going?
To the cast. Alright.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
Roberts, you come to the cast.
Look, I'll come to the cash.
Hey, look.
That means no guarantee of actually seeing
Robert,
it.
you're with me. You're
I
with
can only bring 2 people, so me, you, Fisher.
No, but I know that's the VIP rules, but like,
I mean, hey, look. I'm never going to turn Robert's cat. Ever in my lifetime. So, Robert, you're on the cash for free drinks. It's a casino. You will have free drinks all the time.
we're still going to the main casino. You can still get free drinks there, right?
Exactly, I can get free drinks from them.
Alright, well,
And when you sign up, you also get free drinks. You did, but you didn't take your free drinks.
Robert, when he
You can
did,
get your free card in your car.
and you with me, because I've only got Ross as well.
Here we go.
We're together on this. Alright? We'll hit gold together.
Yeah, we got this. There we go. That's all we wanted to hear. And I know the ATM that gives out.
I know a bucket.
I'm glad you know about it. That's good. That's very good. Yeah.
I'll put this one on the bar. Go back. I already liked you. You're fucking my time. You're fucking good.